As a new fan of the series, the very first thing that caught my attention in One Piece was the notion of absolute justice. Hello and welcome to Wonder WhyZ. My name is Soham and today we're going to talk about absolute justice and the hypocrisy associated with it. But before that, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to our channel since I do weekly anime and manga related content along with a bunch of other stuff. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2021, so a like and sub would be massively appreciated. With that being said, let's begin the video. Now, it's not wrong to say that absolute justice is the inherently flawed idea that divides the world of One Piece into two broad sections of black and white. It totally eliminates the notions of humanitarian feelings and thoughts, thereby reducing everyone to the labels of good and bad. Moreover, through his impressive world building, Oda has managed to introduce captivating characters from both sides of the coin that pretty much nullify the thought process of absolute justice. From Kobe asking to stop the war at Marineford to the Straw Hats freeing Dressrosa from the tyrannical rule of Doflamingo. But still, the Marines and Navy at large hold this sense of absolute justice to their very core. And this is portrayed in the story time and time again, from Marineford to Punk Hazard and so on and so forth. Absolute justice, in a way, is a sense of entitlement and elitist mindset developed by the Marines that makes them see themselves in a pedestal greater than the others, irrespective of the situation or circumstances. Although this is mostly played for laughter, but it is shown very well throughout the entire series. And I think that the crown jewel for this was definitely Punk Hazard, even though it were for the efforts of the Straw Hats crew that eventually freed the children from Caesar Clown. But still, the G5 Marines drew a line from them and declared themselves as the good guys and the pirates as the bad guys, even though the situation is quite the contrary, because the Straw Hats saved not only the children but those Marines as well just a few moments ago. They later on did admit their mistake in a way, but it just shows their personal conflict while discharging their duties as a Marine soldier. I'm not saying that the Marines or the Navy is totally wrong here, that is totally not the case, because there are many evil pirates in the world that kill and cause disruption to the common people across the Grand Line and beyond, and it is the duty of the Marines to protect the citizen in such a scenario. We have seen many pirate crews that plunder and kill normal people as well. But then we have seen time and time again that the Marines themselves are morally corrupt or are basically under the pressure of the Celestial Dragons. We have seen so many corrupt officers that have caused pain and hardship to the common people, or the Marines that were bribed by strong pirates to help them in their agenda. From Captain Morgan's corrupt practices in Romance Dawn to Alabasta to Dressrosa, we have seen it all. We have also seen how the Marines simply don't care about the crimes committed by the Celestial Dragons as well, killing people on a whim, enslaving them, selling them and trafficking them. The entire scene in Shabondi was just so damn horrific. Yes, sure, Luffy saved Kami and Hatchin, but before that, there might have been numerous innocent people who have become the slaves of the Celestial Dragons. And this is the very reason why Boa Hancock's flashback really hit me hard. They were the very basic reason why she had developed such a misanthropic approach in the very first place. Before Luffy and of course Fisher Tiger, she never knew that there could be a man who would not actually cause any harm or pain to her. Can you imagine the level of mental trauma, anguish and torture that so many people had to endure just because of these bloody Celestial Dragons? Also, the series does shy away from some of the explicit stuff here, but it is to no one's guess that she and the other slaves were assaulted and harassed both physically as well as mentally. Just seeing the story of Koala breaks my heart, a girl who had absolutely forgotten how to cry. This is the very reason why Fisher Tiger will always have a very high place in my mind, and this is the reason why Luffy punching the Celestial Dragon will always be one of the best moments in not just One Piece but in anime history as a whole. And then, after all of this, the Marines just shrug a shoulder and refuse to even acknowledge this. Oh, what a mighty champion of absolute justice we have over here, Sakazuki. Bravo buddy, bravo. And currently I'm just touching the surface of the things. Don't forget that in Marijoa, the headquarters of the world government, we see that the slaves are being tortured and basically used to operate these moving platforms and all. What an irony for a place that is supposed to be called a holy land. I mean, what can even be said here? Because on one hand, the general population is fed the lies that the throne is kept empty to symbolize the unity and democracy of the world government, and the very next moment we get to see that Emu is the one who is actually pulling the strings from the back. Oda is really not pulling any punches here. The examples of this situation are numerous, and so far I've not even touched upon Ohara and the Buster Call yet. I mean, you must have heard about this again and again, so I don't really need to reiterate it, but damn, destroying every last citizen of an island because they are quote unquote studying the past. doing a buster call and killing everyone, making the life of a young Nico Robin a living hell, from CP9 to CP0, suppressing Robin to capturing Shirahoshi. Man, if this is what justice is all about, then no doubt so many pirates want to obtain freedom from a restrictive system like this. And I'm pretty sure that all of this is heavily tied to Joy Boy himself and the Void Century in the past as well. Plus, it is not wrong to say that this world government is actually in a way responsible for bringing the Pirates era because of their very own dubious nature. On one hand, you rattle on about justice, and on the other hand, you destroy an entire island and all of its people because you don't want them to learn about the past. Yeah, right, that is totally justifiable, Sakazuki and Sengoku, that is totally justifiable. And it's not even like the Marines display this kind of a behavior to normal citizens or pirates. Hell, they show this kind of a behavior to their very own fellows as well. Remember when Sakazuki murdered his own Marine who refused to fight anymore in the Paramount War? Yeah, that really happened. This delusional sense of superiority complex is as damaging as any other evil pirate like Doflamingo or Kaido. Both are essentially the same but on different ends of the extremities. However, both utilize the same mannerism of brainwashing. This brainwashing concept of absolute justice is essentially displayed once again in the Paramount War. Because some Marines had actually stopped fighting the war after they thought that okay, we have won now, we should not do any more bloodshed. And that's when the sense of superiority complex rushed in the form of the absolute justice and filled them with the sense of a misplaced pride that they need absolute victory. They are the morally superior ones here and they need to obliterate every last one of the pirates no matter what the case is. Thus, it is no doubt that some of the Marines feel uneasy or uncomfortable with this kind of a misplaced superiority complex. And Oda has portrayed this very well throughout the entire story of One Piece, from Smoker following his own sense of justice, to Solon O'Hara, to Garp refusing the position of the Admiral, to everything that ensures with Kobe. And then there's Aokiji, who simply leaves the Marines because he can't work under Sakazuki's delusional system. And finally, and possibly the best example being Fujitora himself, the person who actually sees things for what they are. The man literally went blind because he couldn't stand the nonsense that was going on around him. The first admiral who bowed down and said sorry to King Riku and admitted that yes, they are the ones that are at fault here and they are the ones who led to the condition on Dressrosa itself. This is a really huge thing in my opinion, and this just shows the spectrum of people, something that absolute justice does not recognize. So these were some of my thoughts upon the hypocrisy of absolute justice in the world of One Piece. What do you guys think about all of these things? Please do let me know in the comment section below. So that's it for today guys, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel for more. This video took me quite a long time to make, so a like would be really appreciated. Lastly, please do join the channel membership for some very cool perks and features, and also join our Discord server as well. We have a lot of discussions in relation to anime, manga and more. With that being said guys, this is Wonder WhyZ and I'll see you soon on the next one.